Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is one meeting that I really want you to pay attention to, and it's something that will help you how to secure your investment. There's something that is very key for every investor. Every investor, one of the things that you don't want to do is to lose your money at any time. And you don't want a situation where you are confused on what is going on with your money. You want to be in charge, you want to be in control. And that is why in this present age and time, it is advised that you learn a skill set. In those days, we always say, take your money, go and give it to some professionals who are going to help you manage the money. But in this generation and time, everyone wants to learn it. We find that there's nothing that is too big. The same thing that the investors are doing, the fund managers are doing, you can do it from the comfort of your home. But then it needs some learning, it needs some skills. And that is why you are here today to learn this skill. So when you decide to go invest your money and put your money in one of the fastest vehicle that helps to multiply money. One of the ways you can multiply your money is putting it in a business. You can multiply your money that way. Another way you can do is to put it in the stock market. When you put your money in the stock market, it grows. It gives you what you call return on investment. And when you take your money and give it to fund managers, what you call return on investment. But when you really want what we call a cash flow, just like we always say, in any economy, cash flow is king. Cash flow is king. It's not return on investment, guys. It's not return on investment. It's your cash flow. And whatsoever you're going to do to get a very good cash flow, you want to be in control of that. So now, we're going to be looking at this particular vehicle and see how it can help you, how you can use this vehicle to maintain a steady cash flow. How do you use this vehicle to secure your cash flow so that over time, over the years, you can grow over the period? Now, the mentality that you must take off your head is the get rich quick mentality. You know, you can decide to leave your money with someone and they take a risk with your money. That is a different ball game. But when you are building a business, I want you to compare yourself with that man, with that Amazon, with that man having a shop outside there who is building a business that is generating revenue. You know, those people, they don't just come and say, today I'm going to sell $1 million. I'm going to sell this. They are praying that things should go on well for them. That is how they pray. So you come into this and you are expecting magic. You expect every day to be profitable. You expect everything to happen just like that. Then you are not facing reality. So having said that, let us now go into the tool that a lot of persons now are craving for and they are using to generate good cash flow. Now, we're talking about the Forex market. And when we talk about the Forex market, just like I tell everyone, the Forex market is good for everybody. But the truth is this, it's not everybody that is good for the Forex market. Did you get that? Forex market is good. Forex market is good for everybody, but it is not everyone that is good for Forex market. Well, everybody can, Forex market, everybody can join it and, you know, everybody. But can everybody play in it? Of course, if you are not patient, you can't play in it. If you are not ready to learn, you can't play in it. If you want it now, you can't play in it. So I hope you understand what I mean. Forex is good for everybody, but it's not everybody that is good for Forex. If you are the kind that is always afraid, because one of the two that takes away money from people in this market is what we call Fear. Two critical elements. We call it fear and greed. Fear and greed. So if you have these two and you are not taming these two elements in yourself, I tell you, you are not good for this market. You are not good for this market. But let's now look at what has been put in place to help you and I to manage this business, especially for those ones that have never traded before. They don't have any idea about trading, and somebody tells you you can do this. Some people are doing it, so you can do it. And I applaud you. I celebrate you for that courage, for that tenacity, for that thing that is running within you that makes you think you too can do it. So on this note, let's go deep dive into how these tools work. Please, I need you to pay attention to this. So I'm going to be talking to you about the tools and how to use the tool. Now, in talking about how to use this tool, I want to go more into a kind of practical aspect so that you can have an understanding. You see, the EA will do its work. We have an EA that does wonderfully well. We have an EA. In fact, we have about 3 EAs now. And these 3 EAs, maybe 2 specifically, there's one that takes the trade for you, and there's another that you take the trade yourself. Presently, many of us tends to favor the EA that you take the trade. That means you are in control, you have control over what is going on with that EA. Now, let's first of all even understand something. Guys, please pay attention here now. I'm going to go ahead to share my screen. I will try to be as fast. I might not have to do so much repetition. You might have to go watch the recording so that you can get as much as you needed to. All right. So now let me take you through this particular item here. Now, when you look at this screen, just look up at this screen. You see, on this chart here, I have what we call the price action. Because at times when you don't know how something works, it can frustrate you and you just say, no, I don't understand this thing is not working, and so on and so forth. Please pay attention here right now. Now, when you see a chart like this, we're talking about price movement in the market. This can be any market. It can be the capital market. It can be the money market. This can be stock. It can be Forex. It can be Bitcoin. It can be whatsoever traded on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange market or on other trading platforms. So here I've depicted the green ones as when the market is buying and the red when the market is selling. I want to explain to you how the EA works, the EA that we use on our platform. I'm starting from the scratch, how the EA works and how to mitigate when there are issues. And I want to tell you, this is one of the best EA you will ever see around. I'm telling you this, believe me sincerely. Now, this is the platform. Now, when in the market, we always have what you call support and resistance zones. Support and resistance zones, or supply and demand zones. Supply and demand zones. Now, when the market gets at the top here, the red part here is what we call the supply zone or the resistance level. Let's use the word resistance so that it will be easy to understand. Now, why do we call this area a resistance level? It is a place where price has gotten to before. You see, when price was going, it got to this level here, and it was forced down. Buyers, people were buying. When you see markets going up, when you see the market going up, that means a lot of people are buying. But it got to a point when sellers will say, enough of this buyer's activity. Let's begin to sell. Because when you buy products, you buy with the intention that you are going to sell. So when it gets to this level, it's sold. Now, on another period, this same price of the market got to this level again. Remember, market has what we call a memory. Market has a memory. What it did before, it is most likely that it will do again. So it got to this point. When price got to this point, what happened again? Can you see it started coming down again at this level? So this is called a resistance level. Now let's come down to the same thing on what we call a support level. A support. You know, when you bounce the ball hits the ground, you have the support. So here, price was coming from the top here. It got to this level, and buyers say enough of sellers' activities, because when it's coming down, sellers are strong. But when it got to this level, there were some people that said, let's now begin to buy because the market is at a discount. And they began to buy. They began to buy. And the market was returned at this level. Now, it got to this level and faced a resistance. But when the sellers began to sell again, when they got to this level again, last period, the market resisted or was supported at this level. Because it was supported at this level, market has a memory. What it did before, it will likely do it. So what happened? The buyers took over at this point again. So this point becomes a verified support area. Why you see this top here is called what? A verified resistance area. Now let's come down to this place. Let's come to this place. Please. Let's come down here. At this level here, we could see price coming down to this level, and from here it was pushed up. Now, when price came down again, this is called a support level. So it came to test this support region again. So where price has touched the region, it is not a line, it is an area, it's a zone. It's a zone. So where price has touched the zone several times, it becomes a proven support area, proven support. Where it touches twice, it is verified. But when it touches more than 2 or 3 times, it is a proven support area. Now, having understood that, now let's look at how does the EA work? How does the EA work? Now, when the EA, when you upload the EA and you put it on the different time frame, preferably the 1 hour or the 4 hours time frame, please note, one thing that you must note clearly is this: a support can become a resistance, and a resistance can become a support. Now, what do I mean by this? If price, this is supposed to be a support. If price had come from this top and broken down to this downside, we will say this support area has been broken, and instantly it will change to red. It will change to red and it will become a resistance zone. Please I take that? When price hits a region, what is supposed to be a support region, and price penetrates through the support region downwards, that area will no longer be considered a support region, and it will be instantly converted towards a resistance, an area of resistance. So you might see this buy here now, and in the next minute, in the next 1 hour, 4 hours, you see it's gone red. Why? You say, but it was just green some minutes ago. Yes, because the resistance or the support has been broken. Now, when the EA gets to this point, when the EA enters this point, if you are trading on a 4-hour chart, when the EA gets to this point, it enters into this resistance level and comes out of it. Oh, it is assumed, the EA automatically assumes that, fine, this place is proving itself again, price is going down, and it's going to print an arrow here. When it prints this arrow, it is going to initiate a sell trade. It will initiate a sell. Oh, then you look at your MT4, you see that a sell trade has been taken. And then as it goes up and down, because it does not just go down straight to profit. It goes, and then boom, it hits your take profit. That is one scenario. But on another scenario, it could be that price got to this level. Maybe this point was a point of resistance. Let's take this particular one. I want you to look at this verified support area. Price came down to this level, and when it got to this level, probably you are using the 1-hour chart. And mind you, the resistance of 4 hours is stronger than the resistance on 1 hour. The higher the time frame, the stronger the support or resistance. The daily resistance is stronger than any other one. The weekly resistance and supply is stronger than the daily, and so on like that. So if price enters into this place, please watch. Price enters into this place. It was coming down, and it came out, and it printed a buy. The EA is going to take a buy order, and then you see, oh, it's buy. I've entered a buy. Now, when it entered a buy at this level, maybe something happened, and instead of going to your take profit, the price came down. This is not what happened here, but I'm just, you must use your imagination anyway. Now, price came down. It took a buy here, assuming that it was going up, but it was yet to get to your take profit, and price came down. It didn't stop here. It came further down. It came further down. It came further down. It came lower than where the entry point was. Bam. Then there's something happening here. Guys, this is where I want you to pay attention now. Please pay attention here. Now, let's look at it here. This is practically what I'm saying. The EA took a buy order at this level. When it took a buy order at this level, instead of the market going up, it has, look at this point. The price has been going up, this is like an upward trend. This is like an upward trend. And here I expect that the market will continue to go up. So I decided to buy. But when I bought, what happened? Instead of the price going up, it started going down. And because when you buy, the principle is buy low and sell high. So if I have bought, I am expecting to go higher. That when I go higher, that is where I'm going to sell. But on this note, it started going downwards. The price is going downwards. So what it means is this: I will be going at a loss. I will be running negative. that is when you will see a red thing. The figure is red on your system and you are running at a drawdown. Well, if this continues and the price of the market now, if the price went in the direction that you wanted, of course, maybe you will have made $2, because, price went up. If I bought here and price went up based on the settings in the EA, based on the settings that I had in the EA, if I put it at $2 profit, if it gets to $2, it's going to close the trade. The trade is going to close literally. And then my portfolio has increased by $2 because it went up. But on this, in this particular situation, price decided to go downwards. Now, because it's going downwards now, what will happen here? This is my first entry at 0.01. My first entry at 0.01. If the price of the market goes down 50 pips, if it goes down 50 pips from the settings in the EA, I have said, I'm sure you understand 50 pips. If you don't understand that, please, you need to go watch my training on how to calculate pips and lot sizes. You need to understand that very well. Even though you might not need it, the EA is doing it, but an understanding of these things will help you in the trade, all right? So if it goes down 50 pips, I have instructed, the program is in the EA, that if market goes 50 pips in the opposite direction, take another buy. Take another buy. All right, it's going to take another buy, maybe at the same 0.01. Now, once it opens at 0.01, look at what is going to happen here. It's trying to, it's waiting. Why did it take another buy? It's expecting that there's going to be what we call a pullback. That means the price of the market is going to go up from here. That means I'm going to have 2 buy, 2 buy. Wow, how I wish these two of them can now go up together. Can you imagine? I will make good profit. So from the settings on the EA now, it is, especially the limited edition, those of you that are trading with the limited edition, it's saying once you start going up, once the sum of these two, the first buy and the second buy, once it sums up to $2, the profit level, once it sums up to $2, please close the two trades. What a wonderful strategy is this, guys. Instead of using stop loss, guys, the stop loss is something that will stop your money, guys. So understand that this approach will help you. Now, if it pulls back and the sum of the profit gets to $2, it closes you up. But let's assume, guys, because just practically what is happening here, this bot here, market went down 50 pips, took another trade. Now, the instruction is, if the market further goes down, let's see. It went further down. Can you see the red candle going down? So the system says, if it goes further down, take another buy. Now, when you take another buy, this is going to be at 0.02. So this is 0.02 lot size. Oh, somebody will say, oh, is this not dollar cost averaging or martingale? Well, a system, every system is defined by the purpose, by the experience of the people that created them. Now, if you are not an experienced trader, trading with martingale or dollar cost averaging can be said to be very risky, but not with this EA. It has been built to protect. With the intention of this EA is to protect your fund. Now, look at this. It's going to take a buy at 0.02. That means we have three buys now: 0.01, 0.01, and 0.02. The idea is this. This price at 0.02 is a higher lot size and it's coming from below. So if the market goes up, remember, by now you should know when I say if the market, I'm talking about if price goes up. if the price goes up, you know, this is going to be making more profit than this. This one will make more profit than this. You get that? The third one is going to make more profit than this because it's coming from a lower. It's just like this one is buying it. He bought his own at maybe he bought his own as $1. This one bought at $2. This one bought at $3, and they are all going up to sell for $5. So you can trust the one that bought the least cost is going to make more profit. That's what it looks like. We say this one bought at a discount. This is at a discount lower than this, and this is at a discount lower than this. All right, but in this situation now, what we've looked at is this: if the price goes up, once the three positions they sum up together to be $2 profit, oh, close all the trade. I'm not looking for all of them to be in profit. No, it's risky because this market is already against me. But I'm just trying to hit my target. Fine. If it does that, great, it closes us in profit. But what if the market continues to go down? Wow. Now, let's go. It takes the fourth trade. Now, from the settings of the EA, we have positioned that we don't want to go more than 4 trades. In the martingale system, you can go up to 15 trades, 90 trades. It can keep on taking trades as the market continues to go down. But that's going to be a very risky way to trade, you know, considering your limited portfolio. So here now, it comes down to 0.04. Now, it took the next buy. You know, this one is buying at a more discounted price and with a bigger lot size of 0.04. Now, at this point, we are no longer looking for $2 profit because this is already in the wrong direction. It's obvious this market is going against us. So what we want now is an emergency exit. We want to get out of this market as quickly as possible. And from the settings of the EA, you would have set it at 0.05. All this, as I'm telling you, they are already like a preset. They're already preset in the EA when you download it from the platform. So you don't need to bother about that. You don't need to kill yourself. If I have enough time or in another video, I'm going to be showing you how it is preset in the EA. No thinking required of you. It's just you sit down and watch. Now, if it bought at 0.04, because this is higher, if there's a pullback now, if the price of market begins to go up now, of course, this is going to give you a lot of profit. This profit can negate the losses on this, and this. The profit on this one can cover the losses that this one has created. So what happens? We are not waiting, oh, let it just go up so that all of them will be in profit and we make a lot of money. No, we just want to get out of this trade and let the EA take another position. So from the settings of the EA, we have set it that once the total trade sums up, the 4 of them sum up to 0.05. You see, we are no longer talking about $2 here, okay? Once it sums up to 0.05, please close all the trade. Wow, that is like break even. Imagine if you had used a stop loss, what would have happened? It would have taken you out of the market. But here, it's giving you the opportunity to go out of this market at a break-even price. Is this not fantastic? All right, now let's look at something. Oh, but what if when you took this, the market continues to go down? I have tried to, in this illustration, to paint the worst case scenario so that we have a good understanding of the process. Now, if the price of the market continues to go down, what will happen? In the EA, in the settings of the EA, I would have put it there what my risk limit is. And mind you, these figures were imputed. You impute these, you determine it. Some can say $1. You can put profit level at $5. But come, the earlier you get out of the market, the better for you. Go in quickly and come out quickly, except you're a swing trader. It's only swing traders, that's people that take long time trade, that want to stay there and pick all the trades and things. But the system you are using is saying you should take as much as 20 trades for you to qualify for funding. So why do I want to hold on to just one single trade for so long? So I will enter and then get out. That's what I want to do. So here, I'm going to look at this, guys. Just pay attention here. Now, if the price of the market continues to go against me, the EA, I have put in the EA that my risk tolerance for any single trade is 2.5%. I don't want to risk more than 2.5% on any single trade. That means if I have $1,000, I don't want to risk more than $25 on a single trade. You can imagine $25 on $1,000. That is like small stuff. But then that is what I want to risk. I don't want to go beyond that level. Now, boom, the market went further down. Once it goes down, now, because we have made some amount of losses because the market was going down here, by the time it gets to this level, and already, if we sum up the losses on the first buy, the second buy, the third buy, the fourth buy, it has summed up to $25. I'm assuming that this trade, this account is a $1,000 account, right? So by the time this, and this, if the total losses are summed up to $25 at the time it gets to this level, do you know what happened? The system, the EA, will automatically hedge. It will trigger the hedge at the 2.5% risk level to protect the account. How did the EA get 0.08? Look at this here. We have 0.01 plus 0.01, that gives us 0.02, plus 0.02, that gives us 0.04, plus 0.04, that gives us 0.08. So when you add this 4 together, you are not going to do it yourself. The EA automatically does it. It sums up all and gives you a bulk. So when somebody is asking, how do I know that my EA has hedged? How do I know that it has hedged? Just check it out. If the sum of the single entries, you have one single entry that sums up everything that has been taken individually here. Excuse me, pardon what I guess, but I think you understand it. You know, these trades came in one by one, but the sum of this 4 now has been taken in the opposite direction. This is buy. And then it sums it up and made it a sell. Now, when it makes it a sell, it's saying that, okay, when it is hedged, you are no longer making a loss or profit again. No profit, no loss. It is going to suspend it at that $25. You remember that this thing we play with, the seesaw. When two persons of equal weight, when they sit on the left and the right side of the seesaw, you see it's balanced. The weight is balanced. So we are not going to trip over or whatsoever. Now, at this point, the EA will hands off here. Now, to pay attention. We are going to very interesting part. So if you have not been following from the beginning, this might get, if you don't get it here, you have to go watch from the beginning again. Now, the EA hands off from here, and then this is where our powerful tool that we call the price hunter. The price hunter. This is where it comes in. Now, what does the price hunter do? Now, guys, look at this. The price hunter. Now, how do I get this price hunter on the charts here. To get the price hunter on the charts, all you need to do is go to where you downloaded, the Hedging Pro. You downloaded the Hedging Pro to the Hedging Pro BTZ. You downloaded it somewhere. If you've not downloaded, then of course there's no way you'll be trading using it without downloading. So you go back to that point where you downloaded it, open it up, and then you're going to see the price hunter here. Now, I'm not saying copy. There's a price hunter on that trading on that sheet. You might not need to. That's in the back office. You might not need to go copy that. This one, you can copy this or you work with that, because either of the two of them, there's one that does not show on your platform. So what you do is you go copy this, and then go once it's copied there, guys, you come to your server, you connect the server, you make sure that it's on the server, and then you install it on your trading platform. I'm not going to take my time with this because I pretty much assume that you must know that process. So let's go on quickly because I want this to be in good timing. So you drag that price hunter and drag it on the sheet that's on that pair that's hedged. You can see that this is the same trade, the same one. Just look at it. This is the same one that's hedged because it went buy this, and then the EA will disappear. At that point, you will not see this hedge pro that you see at this top right here would have disappeared. This one at the top right here, it will disappear. So once it goes off, you know that the EA is no longer working here. So what I want to do now is to drag the price hunter. Now, guys, I told you Forex is good for everybody, but everybody is not good for Forex. This is where your patience will be tested. This is where your patience will be tested. Now, look at how it works. The moment you drag this on the platform, please watch this. You're going to set it on the 4-hour chart. Look at the top here. The top here, you are going to make sure that it is on the 4-hour. Now, there's what we call trimming and hedging. Because, look at guys, you see, if the market continues to, look at when the market sold 0.08 here and came down, came up, went up, and then it's coming down. Now, what do you think? The one that is 0.08 that is a sell, don't you think it's going to be a massive profit? It's going to be a profit. But this one also will be a negative. But because they are equal lot sizes, it's not going to have any impact on your account. It's not going to. You can leave this account like that for the next 1 year, except for swap that you'll be paying. I tell you, this account is protected. It's protected. So what do? There's what we call trimming. We trim. We want to trim these lot sizes to something that is manageable. When we say we want to trim, this is 0.08 for crying out loud. This is 0.01. We want to reduce it to as low as possible. So when it comes down, when this one comes down, you know, this is in profit, 0.08. Of course, this 0.08, that profit will be well even more than the 0.01s and things. So what we want to do is this. We want to close these losses. We want to close these losses on this place with this one that is in profit. But at which point do we do that? Do we just do it? One of them has to be in profit. In some cases, it might be that when it gets to this point, the market began to go up. This one will not, if the market continues, it's just like at this point, it was going up. If you had done this, you say, oh, it's not going up, it's not going up. You now take this off. This is one of the mistakes that many traders do. You see it going up now, you say, oh, this is going up now. Let me cancel this sell. You cancel the sell, and before you know it, boom, it comes down. And here, this buy is still active. What will happen? It will increase your loss. So hold on patiently until price gets to the demand, to a supply or to a demand zone. So let's look at this now. Let's look at this. When price came down to this level and it printed a buy here. It gave us a buy. I'm assuming that we're on a 4-hour chart. I had 0.08 at this point. And why I will not take decision here is because this one said it is an untested support area. You can see the system is showing me, say, untested. But then, as at the time it's getting to this point, you just want to take an action and things. So what you do, it is most likely, I'm going to tell you what most traders will do is that, oh, it's going up now. Because of the profit that it has made, I'm going to close maybe this 0.01 with this. And of course, I'm going to be having more profit. Yeah, there's going to be more profit than losses, which is going to increase my balance. Well, you've got to watch the creator of the EA. I think he has done some trainings on hedging, trimming, and hedging. Yeah, I don't want to repeat that, but I'm just showing you how the EA works. So at this point, you begin to do the trimming. You are really advised to really watch the trimming videos, all right? So you do the trimming here, and then now, because you have closed 0. Wow, what's this? Oh, what's going on? Okay, because you have closed 0.01, 0.01 as against this sell of 0.08. So that means we have buy of 0.02 and 0.04 still existing. Now, because it's a buy, what will happen? The market is now going up. So the loss there will be reducing. It will be reducing the loss. But then suddenly it gets to this point. And at this point, it's telling you, oh, there's a verified resistance zone here. Quickly, what you need to do is set the moment it enters into this zone, because you don't know whether it's going to come out and go down in the other direction. You're going to set what you call a buy, a sell stop at 0.06. It's either you set it here or you set it below the area where you trimmed initially. So please, as I said, try and watch this training is not about, it's not a training class, it's not the hedging class. It's for you to understand the zones where these things operate. All right. So I want you to understand the zones so that when you get to watch the video of the trimming and things, you will understand why trimming is done in a particular area. It is not just done anywhere. It is done at the zones. So here, look at it began to come down again. But remember, this time around is with 0.06 because we had trimmed it here. And even if we did not do the trimming, if we had allowed the 0.08, oh, voila, it's well and good. It will continue going down until we get to an area of maybe daily support or daily or 4-hour support where we can take the action that we needed to take. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the simple way in which you do your training. Understand the zone. Now, you see, when you put all this together, you are given a kind of EA that will protect your account. If you follow this, you understand it, guys, you will never lose money to this market ever again. I tell you that. Let me see. I was trying to pick up something here. Okay. Wow, this is slow. Okay. So that's the EA. That's the area where you're going to see, when you subscribe to this platform. When you subscribe to this platform, you have access to these EAs and these too. And for now, just like we've shared, let's just go on because it's taking so much time. Now, for now, just as we've shared, you see, there are things that you need to do to protect your account. Guys, let me tell you this. I have come to understand that the brokers are there. What the brokers want to do is to take your money from you. It's just like you playing. It's not the same thing like gambling. It's you go anywhere in the world. The other person wants to take, because if you are taking a buy, who is taking the sell? If you are doing the buy, who is taking the sell? Of course, the person that is selling wants to make more money than you. Is that not? So you need to protect your own self. So before now, I so much love, and I always thought about it, that always use your stop loss. Always use your stop loss. Always use your stop loss. But I've come to understand something now. When you use the stop loss, the money is gone. I entered some trade recently, and that trade took me about 2 weeks. For me, it took me about 2 weeks. Euro GBP. It went up, hedged, came down, and I waited patiently for it. While I was waiting for it, the EA because in the group, when you join the group, when you become an Ask the Trader, funded manager, you are put in a group where you're going to get signals. So I was taking the trades from the signal group, and I left the Euro GBP to do what it wanted to do. When it got to the resistance area, the resistance is at the top. I studied it. I said, is this ready to come down now? I checked it. I checked the history. And what I did was, because it was on a daily resistance zone, I decided to close the buys. I closed the buys and left the sell. Because when it gets to a resistance zone, it's going to come down. So I closed the profit at the top there. I closed the profit and I was watching it. And when it got to the, initially it was doing as if it wanted to break the resistance and things. I had already set my buy stop at the top of that zone, that in case it busts that zone, it should hedge again. It should hedge me again. But then it respected the zone and began to come. It respected the zone and began to come down. Guys, I left it. It came down. I was not panicking. It came down to the level of the support. I closed that trade in profit. I closed that trade in profit. Ordinarily, if I had used stop loss, that would have become a permanent loss. It will have become a permanent loss. Guys, what you have here, if you are patient, you will not learn it. Let me tell you the truth. I myself, a victim of it, because I wasn't patient enough. Oh, when is this thing going to go down? I'm having, as if the figures are sitting down on your head. You just want to get it off. You just don't be in a hurry. Leave that one that has hedged. Let it get to the zones before you begin to do trading. Whilst that is going on, take the signals that comes from our trading group. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've been able to get and understand how this EA works and how it has been built to protect your account. Are you going to try it? If you are yet to sign up, well, check the link below and try to sign. Check the link below, sign up for your Axie account, and the promo that is going on right now. If you sign up for the Axie, you fund your account, of course, you are going to have the EA for 30 days for free. You have it 30 days for free whilst you do. And please, let me tell you this. Just okay, I think there was something that we shared. Just a young fellow in the group. A young fellow in the group. The guy is just about 18 years old. 18. So, guys, this is what you can do. I'm telling you. Let me share for those of you that are not in the group. We shared that this evening. If you stick to the rules and you understand it, it's not a respecter of age or the experience that you have. It's just going to respect you sticking to the rules. That is it. Okay? All right, look at it here, guy. Look at this guy. Just look at this guy. The dad, this fellow, the dad is trading. Those of you in the group, you will have heard. The dad is trading a $100,000 account right now, and the dad showed this young guy what to do. He's using his dad the way the dad is trading with the EA. Today he's an 18-year-old guy, and is trading a $20,000 funded account. This is real money. Tell me, where would the dad have gotten $20,000 to give to this guy? So that's why good news never stops coming to our platform. I'm taking this opportunity to announce to the house that our youngest funded trader, Mr. Ime Jr., 18 years, graduated from the $5,000 to the $20,000 funded. Is this not amazing, guys? And then there's another guy that entered into the funding, which is the $5,000 funding. Just last week, there was a fellow that shared profit. Now look at this guy. This guy is trading a $20,000 account. Before now, Axie does not issue out certificates, but we are very glad now that they issue out certificates to people once you qualify from one level to another. When they share profit with you, you can print out a certificate for such. Look at this guy, $20,000 account. This person now is moving towards the $100,000 with $774, starting with just $500. So what can this do for you guys? Are you going to give up on this skill? Oh, you met some obstacles, and because of that, you said, no, I can't do it again. I will leave it. If you leave this, will you go to the next one, to the next one, to the next one? Where will you come? Where will you build your wealth? So, ladies and gentlemen, just look at this, guys. Look at this. Now, these are the signals. Like today, we had Euro AUD. I was very busy, so I didn't even pick any of the trades today. That I was so much on an assignment, so I never bothered. But I'm sure people that traded it, they must have taken out their profit. I don't know. Is there anyone that took this trade? All right. So, guys, these are the things that can happen on the platform. But how it will work for you is dependent on how you take it. Are you ready to learn it? Are you ready to work with it? You see, there's this mentality. It's not easy. It's difficult. If that is the mindset that you carry about any trade or any business, you will hardly break through in any business. You will hardly. Many of us are too lazy to sit down, to take the time to study. And we want to make money. We want to earn without learning. Please, I want to implore you, don't be lazy at it. The kind of effort you are giving to your regular job, if you put half of that effort in this, I tell you, you will break through. Well, I think that is all that I have for us on this platform today. And I believe you got something on this platform. If you got something, just type yes or great. Put a comment in the chat box, right, guys? Put a comment there. Put a comment there. Let me know you got something here. Awesome, 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 awesome. Femi FS Go. Awesome. Thank you very much. All right. So if you are yet to subscribe and you need to get in, click the link in the description area and get signed up on this. All right. So once again, it's your friend and partner, Olushola Popola.